Alright, y'all, I am back. I'm here with another hair video voiceover. And today I'm going to talk about my knotless braids. I want to talk about my sizing, my technique, and just everything I do to make this process as nice as it is now and as enjoyable for me as possible. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I've learned a lot over the years and I'm here to share. So I always start with prep unless my client comes wash and blow dry. That's an option, but it is not mandatory in any way. So for her, because her hair is highly textured, I'm just going in section by section while it's still wet. Also, please excuse my daughter. While it's still wet and just detangling thoroughly. I do, this is not like, her hair is already detangled. Let me just say that. I'm just going through and making sure everything stays smooth. So when I hit it with the blow dryer, I don't have no problems with the hair, and the hair don't have no problems with me. Okay. But I also want to say that I'm not being rough on her hair at all. I know it looked like it when I was combing her hair out. But I'm not being rough. Her hair also, like, this client does not hold her head at all, period, unless it's in the wrong position. So I just have accepted it and I just work with it. I don't even try anymore, honestly. I'll say a thing or two, but it's fine. It is what it is. I know what to expect and I just adjust, you know. But yeah, I've been doing her hair for a few years now, so it's cool. But yeah, I go ahead and I use the tension method when I'm blow drying textured hair. I only use the only time I don't use the tension method is when I am working with relaxed hair. Or very short hair. That's the only time that I would just go in with the comb attachment and blow dry. Well, not relaxed hair. I don't use the comb attachment, but I also don't use the tension method. Whatever. But yeah, that's my process, and I get great results. Her hair is healthy, and it looks amazing. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into doing her braids. Now, I have, in this video, I don't fully do it, but I have started pre-sectioning and pre-braiding when I am doing knotless braids. As you can see here, it's pre-sectioned and pre-braided for like 2 rows at a time. So I would do 2 rows, pre-section, pre-braid, go through, add hair, do the next 2 rows, and that was my process. But now I do the entire head. And if I don't do the entire head, I do one half and then the other half, because this ensures that you will always get to do a bricklay pattern. When you go through and you're braiding as you go, you kind of don't have any control of where your braids end up. And so it's hard to make sure that you have that bricklay pattern. But when you go through and pre-part, another thing when you don't pre-part is your rows could end up being different sizes. If you, obviously most people want a middle part. Some people don't care, but most people want a middle part. So when you have that line already established, you kind of want to make sure that everything is even. And the only way to really ensure that is by going through, sectioning off everything, at least the rows. Like, you don't even have to pre-braid everything, but at least section off your rows to know that your rows are even. And that is also going to give you a more consistent result every time, so that people are not saying, oh, these are smaller than the last time or whatever, you know. And like, you can do the same amount of rows and it look a different size each time because your rows aren't the same size. So pre-parting eliminates all of that confusion and it helps you to streamline the process, honestly. I've also noticed that pre-parting and pre-braiding cuts down my time tremendously. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that I was spending so much time parting rather than braiding. But now that I use this technique and this method, like, I noticed that I am pretty much finishing the same amount of time every time, unless somebody just has a ridiculous amount of hair. But even then, I know how long it takes me to blow dry and wash. I know how long it takes me to part and section and braid the hair. So it just makes my service better all the way around, and I swear by it. I probably won't ever do nothing different. unless I find another way to improve. But yeah, I really love this method and its technique. But y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all gonna be mad at me, and I don't know if I want to tell you why or not, but unfortunately, I did not get the final result of her hair. I know you're gonna kill me, I know you're gonna be mad, but I just want you to take in this image right here, this brick-lay pattern, these parts, the precision. And before I go, there's a lot more video to go, and you see some of the end process, but I want to talk about sizing. At the time that I did these braids, these was my small knotless braids, and for a lot of people, this is their small size, or this is their medium size, and small actually looks small. What I decided to do was just to go with the common consensus among people who are not hairstylists, and just go with what they say. Everybody say this is not small, this is medium. So this is no longer small. This is now my medium size. But it's the same price. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't really know how to explain that. But I feel like for the sake of everybody being on the same page and us being on one accord, I can call this medium. But the amount of work that I'm doing is still the same. So the price is still the same. And it's not like, I don't think my prices are crazy. I've heard a lot of worse. But yeah, I don't think my prices are crazy. I think my prices are actually really competitive. Which is, I don't know if I want to stay in that place. But that's another video for another day. I just wanted to let y'all know that because, I don't know, I've just been really in the mood to be on one accord with people. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. With this being my medium size, my small size, I count rows. Medium is 5 rows, large is 4 rows, and small is 6 rows. Extra small is 8, I think. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Comment down below and let me know, or just comment in on anything that I said. If you agree, disagree, let me know what you think of my technique of pre-parting, the process, all of that. And I will see y'all in the next one.